Welcome back, my fellow Chibits. Hopefully all of you are having a very great day. And so as you can see, I'm not wearing a jacket for once. I'm not freezing. I mean, granted, I do like cold weather, but it's been extremely cold. It's like been pushing them limits, okay? And so this is the first time in a while I think I've done a TG video without a jacket on. So yeah, and hopefully you guys are having some good weather where you guys live too. But anyways, though, let's talk about something. Let's talk about last week's video for a second. So, last week, YouTube demonetized my video. They demonetized it and then also said, and confirmed by manual review, that the video will stay not advertiser friendly. And I'm like, really, YouTube? Really? YouTube, please play nice, this video. Please play nice. Come on, now, I'm just live reacting to a chapter. Seriously, I'm not even showing images. Chill, YouTube, please. For the love of God, please. I'm not showing anything. I don't even have my poster behind me, okay? So, seriously, chill, YouTube. Anyways, let us begin. Let's do the reaction to Tokyo Ghoul chapter 157. Man, I cannot believe we're on chapter 157. That's crazy. So we have a color page, and this is probably thumbnail. I'm just going to be honest. This is probably thumbnail. I might edit it in a way, but this is probably going to be thumbnail. So what's it say here? And thus, Tokyo is devoured by the boy. So basically, Kaneki. Okay. TV anime set to air in spring, April 2018. Oh, I bet you're all excited for that. Over 34 million copies sold. The latest volume 14 is in stores. Man, that cover is such a spoiler. I mean, if you were a newcomer to Tokyo Ghoul and you saw the end of, like, you know, like the first part of Tokyo Ghoul, and you saw that cover, you'd be like, what the hell, Ishida? Like, why would you do that? But, overall, this cover, or this, color page is pretty nice. Really like it. Oh, I just realized that Kaneki's, his eye. It's bleeding. It's got some blood coming out of it. That's his human eye, too. Very interesting. I also like how, I'm assuming that, like, aura-looking effect going over his, like, left shoulder, I'm assuming that's his Kagane, being, like, white. It looks like angel wings, in a way. When I look at it, it looks like wings. Alright, anyways, let's continue. I don't think you guys want to see me analyzing the color page of TG. Let's see how this chapter is. I've been told, actually, that this chapter is very short today. I have been told that it's a very short chapter, so this video might be shorter than normal. I don't know, but I have been told that this chapter is pretty short. This could be around, like, maybe a 10-minute video if it really is as short as everybody is saying it is. Oh, what the hell? What's going on here? The figure is unstoppable, uncontainable, and stretches on far beyond the eye can see. It is far too late to find. Wait, it is far too late to find. There's a light in the sky going straight down, and then is that a... I'm on the first page, obviously. It says sign 157. Is those signs, I'm assuming? But they look like they look like I forget the name of them. I honestly forgot the name of them, but you know the, like, shrine type, like, doorway things? That's what that looks like to me. That looks like the shrine doorways. I don't know the name of them. If anyone wants to, you know, tell me the name, please do so in the comments. But, it looks like a bunch of them stacked. What's going on? Okay, it's am I on Tokyo Ghoul? Well, yeah, that was the color page. I just realized. This doesn't even look like Tokyo Ghoul, though. Let's just go. Let's continue on. Okay, it is the shrine doorways. I don't know what those are called, but... Oh, it's got lamps, too. Oh, that's a really, really pretty panel. Oh, my God, that's pretty. Oh, my God, Ishida, that is pretty. Look at the water, dude. Like, okay, look, I know you might not care and want me to talk about just the art of a panel, but look at how beautiful this looks. Like, you see the doorways and all that, like the shrine doorways from the distance coming forward with the signs and the, you know, the lamps, the lanterns or whatever, or lights, and you see him on the side, and you see the water. Oh my god, that looks so nice. The sky looks a little bit bright, though. It doesn't look like... It's cloudy, but it doesn't look like dark clouds, so... Huh. And there's a little building. Well, it actually looks like 2 buildings over there. Some form of fence? It looks like either signs or fences over there. But, what is going on? I have no idea. Wait, there's a light in the sky still, too. If I didn't know any better, I would say Ishida's saying this is heaven. That's what I'm assuming it is. This is literally like the afterlife or something. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of looking at this cover, or this panel. That is Kaneki. In a fetal position, like in a position similar to how when Toka grabbed him in that color page Ishida drew a while back. Just FYI, you remember the famous chapter 125 of Tokyo Ghoul, Rize, the chapter that's like, bruh, like, the one of the best chapters of the series, hands down. In the position when Toka was like, with Kaneki, you see Kaneki in this very similar position. And before that ever happened, Ishida, he had a color page that had Kaneki in that position. So maybe that color page wasn't representing Toka in that scene, but this scene. Huh. Could it possibly be that he's thinking about Toka while in this position? Possibility. Okay, so it looks like we're getting into Kaneki. This is if I had to assume, this is probably inside of his mind. That's what I'm assuming, because this is, a psychological series, and we've seen inside of Kaneki's head a lot. So I'm assuming all that we're seeing is what's going on within him. Okay, so he's like in a shrine temple or something. Yeah, it looks like he's he's definitely in like a temple thing with like archways and all that. Toka, okay, so he probably was thinking about Toka. Toka, where is everyone? Is anyone here? Someone? Anyone? Huh. Interesting. What is this place? Is this a dream? Wait, is this real or is this in his head? Then when did it start? I had just returned to the GOAT base and fought with the CCG, and then what? What happened? So he hasn't been aware? So wait, is what is being implied here? He hasn't been aware of anything? So he wasn't aware of what Dragon was doing, I'm assuming? I lost to Suzuya, and then, in order to protect her when I ate... Oh, he does know. I ate people. And then after that, I felt like I was engulfed by something huge. And then, so he willingly ate people. Okay, so that is confirmed. So he did willingly do it. So Kaneki did finally take someone's life. And then after that, I felt like I was engulfed by something huge, and then... Which I'm assuming when he says engulfed by something huge was the RC cells he took in, which had like a mind of its own, because sentient RC cells are still a thing. We know that it has been implied that the original One-Eye King, which is most likely Uta, he created a lot of the ghouls that we see today. He can create life, or, with how much RC cells he had, he could create life. So it could eventually become like a sentient Kagane. I felt like I was engulfed by something huge, and then I couldn't understand anything after that. Huh. I lost my sense of decision-making. What? And all my thoughts disappeared. It was like sleeping without dreaming. Just complete darkness. I lost my sense of decision-making. All my thoughts disappeared. It was like sleeping without... Wait, so... Is it what he's talking about? Is he talking about when he went to sleep in the real world? Like, you remember how he was napping for a couple of days? How Kaneki was going to sleep and stuff? I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. He went to sleep without dreaming. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about here. But he lost the sense of decision making. So his body was moving on its own, which, okay. What about now? Am I still asleep? Or am I awake? Or just perhaps I am dead? Would Ishida really add an afterlife to this? He did in those little, like, comic, like, comedy extra side stories at the end of a volume. I do know he had, Motto. He had Motto have, like, a little afterlife scene. I mean, the afterlife thing has been there, but what is she? No, he wouldn't do that. He would not do that. I don't think he would, at the very least. Unless he's trying to put, like, some form of symbolic message here. Huh. Let's just carry on. Let me carry on. No, there's no way. That'd be really problematic. I don't have time to be dead. I have to get back there. Wait, he's crying. Oh, Kaneki's crying. He's crying out of his ghoul eye instead of it. That goes completely against the eye he was crying out of in the cover page. He's crying from his ghoul eye. I don't have time to be dead. I have to get back there. I have to go back. Okay, so he's outside with the water. Just water. Huh. Did he just dive into... He just dived in... Don't tell me this is Is it... He's going in... Oh my... Okay, I see what Ishida's trying to do here with this symbolism. Okay, I see it. So let me kind of explain. Now, we know for a fact for a while now, there has been a lot of panels where we saw Kaneki, like, submerging. Like, let's think about the famous scene with Hide and Kaneki, when Hide was in Kaneki's mind, and, you know, Kaneki thought Hide was dead, and all he thought he killed him. There was a scene where it looked like he was about to sink into, like, a pitch black ocean. Like, he was just about to basically drown inside of his mind. And the ocean's always been that symbolic message of Kaneki's feelings. He's been submerged in depression, sadness, all alone in darkness. And what I see going on here, it looks like Kaneki willingly jumped out from his godly status that he was at. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like he finally jumped away from... I'm assuming the symbolic message of the house and all that, he was away from the ocean. He was no longer in darkness. He was awake or whatever, and he jumped back into the ocean, which is the pool of emotions and darkness that he's been facing his entire life. And he's just walking through them willingly this time. And another way, too, this can be representation of the... I think it's called the River Styx. I think that's what it's called. Let me look it up just to make sure. River Styx. I forget how to... what is the story? How do you cross... how do you cross the River Styx? It's one of the 5 underworld rivers. Okay, this is a description of the River Styx. It is one of the 5 underworld rivers, the others being the... I cannot pronounce that. Pelagathon, or whatever how you pronounce that. Or, Lifa, Coctis, and Archaron rivers. In order to cross the River Styx and reach Hades, a dead person must pay a fee to the Ferryman. Charon, if the correct fee is paid, Charon will take the dead across. Okay, so I think this is the representation of the River Styx. I know I just butchered a lot of names there, but I think this is this is definitely the River Styx, because I've seen that mentioned in many anime and manga. I don't know if that was I don't know what culture this is from. Well, never mind, it's from Greek mythology, so... Well, anyways, I've seen anime and manga have, you know, that type of reference, and this might be what this is. Or it could be, I know there's some anime and manga that also have, like, crossing a river to go into the afterlife. I know for a fact there is. I've seen it. Rakugo, perfect example right there. If you've ever watched Rakugo from last year, it had, like, a scene like that towards the end of the series of Season 2. So, that could be what's going on here. Kaneki's basically, he's dead, and he's crossing the River Styx to, like what it says right here. A dead person must pay a fee to the ferryman. And if the correct fee is paid, he can actually cross. So I'm assuming he's trying to come back, and in some ways, maybe what's being implied here is Kaneki's already dead. and he's already a dead man, and the body of the big mass like dragon is making Kaneki be reborn. It's, you know, bringing Kaneki back to life. Since it can create life, it's creating Kaneki, and so he's like a, you know, trying to come back to life, basically. That could be what, you know, Ishida's trying to imply here, but either Kaneki's going to his death or he is being reborn. But that's what I think is going on here. That's what I think. I think it is the river Styx. My personal opinion. I could be wrong here, but that's what I think is going on here. Maybe this is a different metaphor or symbolic message, because I do know there is something in Japanese culture that has like a river or an ocean you cross on a boat. So if you know about the original one, let me know in the comments. But okay, let me carry on. I'm sorry. So yeah, he is sinking. Okay, it's so deep, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, oh, those are eyes. Those are eyes in the... Oh, I get... Oh, okay, so it's not just symbolic for the river Styx, but... those eyes, that implies already enough I need to know. Okay, so, let me back up. What I just said, it most likely is true, symbolically. But, symbolically, is that even a word? But, anyways, Kaneki is traveling through Dragon's body. That's what's going on here. Because, look at the two eyes. The size of the eyes are a perfect size of how Dragon's eyes are on the body. So most likely, that path of doorways, the archways he's walking through, is actually like the bloodstream of the RC cells traveling through the body. So in a sense, Kaneki's like a red blood cell. Like, he's like an RC cell, red child cell. That's what he is right now. He's a red child cell traveling through Dragon, and then, I'm assuming, about to be born? Because the eye is a representation where the, you know, the Kakuho is. A big mass of, you know, RC cells and stuff. So, yeah. So right now what we're seeing here is Kaneki is traveling through the body of Dragon. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just getting into the chapter. That's what I think's going on. So he's sinking again back into emotions. I'm guessing the water is representation of the blood or whatever inside of it. I'm assuming that's what it is. The waves are too strong. I can't move very well. Whoa. Okay, so I think I am right. So this is definitely inside of Dragon. That looks like Kaneki. Wait, didn't we... Oh. Okay. I know I'm, you know, going on, I'm talking a lot and all that, but I think I know what's going on here. I believe what I'm seeing here is, what we saw about 10 or 15, maybe 20 chapters ago. You remember that, that one, like, final panel of a chapter when you saw a bunch of, like, bodies coming out of Dragon? Like, you saw a bunch of bodies that looked like Kaneki? They looked like Kaneki, and they looked, like, soulless or lifeless. And we saw them just coming out of, like, a sack or whatever, like a Kakuho sack. That could be what's happening here. For instance, this may not... These all look like Kaneki. You can see the faces. Look at the top one. It looks like Kaneki. Most likely, all of these are creations of Kaneki trying to come to life, but they die on their journey. Which, most likely, what's being implied here is that the Kaneki we just saw in this chapter is about to die. Being very similar to these bodies right now in Dragon. They're about to go out into that Kakuho sack, you know, leak out towards underground. We saw that already. So, that could be what's happening here. Maybe Kaneki's trying to bring himself back to life, but every time he tries, he dies. That's what's happening here. So maybe he's dying repeatedly. Huh. That's interesting. That's what I believe is going on. Could be wrong there, but that's what it looks like to me. But, either it's that, or these are just, these are the people Kaneki's killed. One or the other. But, regardless, though, I do believe the River Styx also is probably saying that these guys didn't pay the right toll. They didn't pay the right toll, and then they died. Huh. What is that weird? There's a ball shape there. They are probably red child. This is probably also symbolism for red child cells. They're all red child cells. Because remember, red child cells were always shaped as like a fetus? Remember? When they got it under a microscope, it looked like a fetus. And that's why they called it red child cells, RC cells. So, since Dragon's much bigger, the red child cells might be a little bit bigger. Which in turn, they look like this. Interesting. Okay, let me carry on. Oh, he came up. Is that Rize? Okay, well, before I read that, let me just... Okay, so he came out of the water. People, what was that just now? Where do you think you're going, She's the fairy... Oh my god, I'm right! She's the ferryman! Yo, Ishida! Yo, where do you think you're going, where do you think you're going, you murderer? Next issue, the reason why Rize is there. You are the one who devoured me. Why are you here? Wait, you are the one who devoured me. Why are you here? Huh. Anyways, that's what's going on here. So, this chapter was a reference to the river Styx. She is the ferryman. And so, those bodies that we saw were the Kanekis that could not pay the toll. Oh my god. I like this chapter. I really like this. This is definitely a better step up than last chapter. I wasn't the biggest fan of last chapter because of, the Mutsuki stuff. I'm sorry, I wasn't. But this is interesting. The question I have now is Rize. Last time Rize was in Kaneki's mind, legit in his mind, was in the Jason part of the series, when he really had a full-on conversation with her. So, that's scary, because what's the ferryman represented as in the River Styx story? Is it represented as a Charon? Okay, let me look up Charon. Who is Charon? Is the ferryman, let's see. Is it Chiron? Is that what I'm seeing? No, it's Charon. Okay. Is the ferryman of Hades who carries souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx, that divide the world of living from the world of the dead. A coin to the pay Charon for passage. Usually an obelisk. Oh my, I am butchering so many names. Was sometimes placed in or the mouth of a dead person. Some offer... That rain, though. Some offers say that those who could not pay the fee... Some offers say that those who could not pay the fee or those whose bodies were left unburied had to wander the shores for 100 years. Huh. Heroes that had to wander it was Hercules. Oh, wow. Hercules. Psyche, Theseus. Oh, man. Cepheus. Cepheus was all... Cepheus already been mentioned a couple of chapters ago, too. By, Dr. Kano. Interesting. So... basically like the Grim Reaper. That's what you could symbolize Charon as, is the Grim Reaper. So, Rize is being symbolized as the Grim Reaper in this case. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We also do know that Rize represents Kaneki's ghoul side. So maybe since Kaneki gave up everything, basically, and he was willing to kill people, his ghoul side came back out, which is Rize. She's technically in control right now, because the ghoul side is taken over. Huh. Interesting. That's very interesting. What toll will Kaneki have to pay, though, is my question. Oh yeah, I want gonna end it there. Pretty good chapter. Very, very good chapter of Tokyo Ghoul. I'm sorry if I got anything incorrect or if I annoyed you guys. I know I mispronounced some things. Forgive me on that. But, very good chapter. Let me know if you guys want more. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you like my content, please subscribe. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button. So I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.